Hello, internet peoples. I'm gonna throw this up here really quick. Hello, everyone. Trying to do some adjustments here. Bear with me. Rhode Island, I see you. Hello. What's going on, Ninja? Elizabeth, if you are still here. Hello. I don't have much to say yet. Just saying hi, getting set up. I prefer to talk mean about you while you're here, Ninja, not while you're away. So for a little bit of context, it's a little bit windy. It's, I want to say, about 55 American degrees, so it's nice and warm. It's been raining, so when we go for a walk, if that's where we opt to, you'll see a little bit more moisture. Maybe I can grab some snails today. But what I did this morning was I made that video, as a matter of fact, when I was out on my walk. But I had a lot of food from the food pantry, but just the way a lot of it works is they donate stuff that's kind of on the borderline of being expired. So they gave me a lot of, for example, strawberries and grapes that basically overnight they went bad. So I came out this morning and threw a bunch of stuff out here for the animals. And that's when I took that video from that walk, and I'm kind of curious to see what's going on in those areas. But I'm going to be putting on my boots here in a minute because I don't want to get my shoes all muddy and gross. I guess if we opt to go for a walk, I may snack on a piece of pizza here, but I kind of ate a little bit, and now I think I ate just enough that I'm not really hungry, but I know I don't feel full. So I don't know if I should force some pizza down or just wait till maybe I come back. And the place I go to, I say, I don't like to say boycott everything because that's very political, but I try to speak with my money. And my first principle is that I'm not going to give my money to people who don't want it. The second is I'm not going to give it to people who insult me on the way out. And my main priority, I would argue, is just giving my money to people where it matters. So even when I go out to lunch to grab pizza or burgers, I try not to go to bigger places, and I try to go to local places, local burger stores. Like there's Lefties here. There's a place that I love called Munchies. They do both Mexican and burgers. Then my pizza place is Nona's that I go to. And it's just a really nice story because, well, I like that because more than most other places, I mentioned that place Nona's, a pizza place of all places. And the lady who runs it now is I'm trying to think of the right word, but for lack of better terms, she's a transplant from Iraq, in that she lived there kind of during the last occupation and is here now. And just it's interesting to get those kind of stories. We did not have a lot of time to talk today, but last time I was there we did, and it was interesting. But I'd rather give my money to a family or smaller business group than a nation or global wide conglomerate. I don't know about you, Ninja, or anyone else, but I think America's in the middle of a great awakening. How is the wind, by the way? Because it's not very windy, but it's consistently mildly windy right now. So again, I'm hoping what I have set up on here is not making it as pronounced as it was prior to me doing all of that. I mean, if you can't hear any wind at all, even better. I'm going to kind of shake out my boots, make sure there's no spiders in there. Well, I don't know. And it is, like I say, it's fairly windy at times, so I'm not super surprised. What do you think we should do, guys? Let me know. I gave some ideas in the comment of the drop down of the video. I mentioned snails, which I think I also mentioned in there. Isopods. I have a bag of stuff this time, but I did like a Dumbo again. In fact, what I may do is go get... Yeah, I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to punish myself. I'm going to go get my paint brushes that I left out. I think I put one. Let me see. I may have... do I have my emergency one? Look at that. The emergency brush. So I guess I don't have to go. Ooh, the sun's peeking out. Get my ugly face out of the way, but... Did the sun... How does that say? I used to have a shirt, and I lost it in the Marine Corps at some point. It used to say, did the sun come out, or did you just smile at me? And I'm going to check the comments in a minute. I thought I read someone say snails, but I may have been hallucinating. I'll put my paintbrush in my pockets. Hey, what's going on, Simon? Switch this camera view back. If I can. I'm noticing several of my fingers. I don't know how to explain this, so I hope it will just make sense the way that I say it, because I've never articulated this out loud, but several of my fingers on different hands, I don't know what's messed up with my fingertips, but they don't work on devices like the certain angles, or I have to press so hard compared to other fingers. Do you guys have experience with that, or is it just me? I don't know if something's wrong with me. Like certain fingers I can't use, certain devices won't read them as well. I don't know. It's annoying. Okay, good. It's not just... This is one of those things where I notice, but I don't talk to people. So, I don't know, again, like if it's something common. And then in the moment like this where I experience it while I'm actually communicating with people, I kind of ask about stuff like that. And Simon, we were talking about, I'm gonna take probably 2 bites of pizza here, drink some of my pop, and then you guys decide what to do. I don't know, it's a little on the chillier side, but it's not bad. But I want to, I can grab snails, isopods, both maybe. We can just go for a walk. Let me know. There's also suggestions below. I think everyone's, mainly saying snails, so. If it was about 3 degrees warmer or the wind would stop, today would be a perfect day. But with it being just a little too chilly and with the wind being just as predominant as it is, it's almost cold. which is annoying because it should not be this way today. I'm getting tired of Michigan. So when we go, I'll just carry my backpack and we'll unload when we get to where we're going. Have my celebratory pop before we go. Then again, once we get into the forest, for the most part, a lot of this wind will die down. I kind of forget about that. And just so you all are aware, my daughters are coming back tomorrow, so that just kind of makes a lot of this less available. I still tried to get out and do that stuff, but just by nature of me having them, food, laundry, appointments, junk and blah, and then school eventually, homework, I do this less, but we're going to be trying to get out a lot more too, so that'll be nice. So once we go into the forest, I'm going to have my backpack, my camera in one hand, and my stick in my other. So my point is, for a little bit, I'm going to try and shut up in there once I get in and see if I see anything instead of, talking and stomping my way in. It's a little bit wetter, so it may provide me a chance to be a little more quiet when things are not as dry and crackly. Maybe see what we see out there. So this is some amazing pizza. We'll do about T-minus 2 minutes before we do our little walk. And that's give or take about a minute or two. I'm not good at standing idle. Excuse me, I burped. Threw my glasses on. You guys want to hear a story about Master Sergeant Tone? And again, it's funny, like I mentioned, little things that I do in the moment make me link to other things I generally don't get a chance to talk about. And I'm wondering now, if before we go on that walk, any one of you wonderful people want to hear that story. Top tone. I still get kind of not angry, but like admirably angry at that guy. It's ridiculous. I'll give you guys a minute, and if I hear nothing, I'm just gonna go take a walk. Man, it feels like rain. That rain might catch us. I'm not sure. Top. Tickety top. Do I want to bring? No, I don't want to bring that. All right, I'm shutting up now. I should have worn my black hat instead of my red one. I love this nice wet ground. It makes it so much easier to stalk like this. That area is where I threw most of the stuff. We'll check it on the way back. And I don't know if you can tell right now how high the water is compared to the other day. Not anything crazy, but looking at that area we've been looking, you've been able to see about a foot lower. And I forgot mosquito spray. I don't know if they're melanistic. I've always been told there are black squirrels here. I don't know if that's a subspecies of another one or a genetic variant. I think it's a separate species, though. I will have to look more into that. And for those of you that were in the live stream with me, when I was getting watched by that coyote, this is where he was standing while I was over just on the other side of that horizontal tree, while we were both watching a deer a couple 100 yards over that way. Yeah, that moment in life was just fascinating to me. The deer didn't mind me, and I didn't see him after the coyote came. I can't really say if I'm happy if I distracted the coyote from getting a kill or helped the deer, because that's not the way nature and life works. And I don't know what garlic mustard is or looks like, but I'll have to check it out. I'm curious if it's what I'm looking at. Let me see. Is it that flowery stuff? The taller flowery one? Or is it something, in fact, is it that or something different? awesomeness. Looks like a woodpecker. Are those worth taking and harvesting, Rhode Island? And cultivating them, propagating them, whatever, at my home? Oh, that was too loud, too. Man, there are a million mosquitoes. Let's go through my wood farm. Someone knocked down my piece of wood. So these are what I think are amber snails. Oh, nice, actually. Trichelopus rathke, I believe. Oh, that may be a spinny corny. Stop. There's, I think, let's see. I think that was Trichelopus rathke. Should I grab some of these guys while I'm here? I'm also trying to find glass snails. And if I'm not mistaken, the ones we were just looking at are amber snails. As beautiful and lush and vibrant as it is, there is part of me that I just love the winter when there's no green, when I can look this way and just see through almost the entire forest. Coming out when it's just, I say, white with the winter, quiet, no one's out. So fewer birds. Again, just quiet. It's so different. And on a couple days when I take you out and it's even more rainy, this is going to look like a bayou, like a swamp. It's going to be unreal. Look at the textures of those trees too, with the mosses. Oh, in fact, this is where we ran in and we're talking about the beaver dam getting torn out. Get a kind of a moment or two to hang out here. It was, if you guys again didn't check the videos, it was spanning across basically right here. Oh, snap. That is calling my name. Try and get a better shot. See that wood just falling off? Oh, man. Oh, I'm gonna go and harvest that. So this scene used to be arguably just as peaceful, with the only difference being similar to the bridge area back there. There was just that water white noise that was just amazing. I think if we're going to keep walking, I'm going to drop my backpack here. But if we do that, it's going to be under the premise that we're going to go walking for a while and I'm not going to be scooping up isopods or snails or anything. But it's getting heavy to walk around with. So let me know if I should drop it here and leave it. Or do you guys want to hang out here and grab some snails and pods? Choose your own adventure and choose wisely. But yeah, that wood there is the guts of that beaver dam. And this tree actually uprooted, as you see, just by way of the erosion and the way they, and I'm not sure if engineered is the right word, but the way they set it up, it eventually started to make this tree cave. And it was pretty big, as you can see by the root peeking out, or I should say by the base beyond the root there. I've been surprised how close some of these animals are getting to me. The ducks yesterday, or whatever, 2 days ago now, whatever it was. The deer the other day, even the coyote, to be honest. Just plug into the matrix, kitty, and let all your problems disappear. Minus that suburbiant. At the moment, anyway. And the sun seems to be wanting to come out, but just not doing it. So my main viewership is in California, Texas, Rhode Island, and the UK. I feel like I'm missing one. Take it easy, Rhode Island. Enjoy the day. What I wish is that I knew some place I could go where they just had like a cabin where I could just go spend a day away from everybody and just be in some place like this. Not have to deal with traffic and cars and all that stuff. That's the coolest guy in Michigan. I think that was just a red-tailed hawk that flew by. I may have to go. What time is this? 50-minute mark. I don't know if that was in view. I might actually start heading in and go sit in for that. You said it starts in an hour? What time is it, by the way? Either your time or mine. I can do the math. I did my math for Marine MCI, which, by the way, is a real thing. So it's about 1:30. Maybe I'll listen to them while doing my isopods. If I'm ever watching it on my device, I don't generally respond. I only have my phone sitting on like a counter while I'm either like doing dishes or laundry or cooking or stuff like that. Other than that, I don't like to be on my device consuming media. Can you hear the trees as opposed to the wind? The good news is at least I know Mike. The stuff I'm using works a little bit, but what I think I'm going to do when I get enough money is get a cheap phone case where I can just hot glue what would work better than what I have right now, because what I have right now is just kind of banded on there because it's just an experimental thing. But I don't want to walk around with all that stuff out, in and out of my pocket, because I'm sure whatever I have will get smacked off. So I'm going to try and buy like a cheap phone case that I can just pop this one off, pop the other one on that has those ready to go. That's Hopefully I can find one for like $5 or $15. I don't need anything too crazy. I'm just gonna glue stuff to it. Or I may keep that and glue stuff to this if it's if it's the same case but newer, basically, because this one's already kind of beat up and that. So I would just use this one for this kind of stuff. So what's funny about that is when I first got my GoPro, I had a tripod similar to this one, but I was just a lot more. That's what woke me up. But so I was basically walking around in something like this, but it was a day where it rained a lot. I mean, the water was up about 4 feet higher, and in fact, that's what it was too. I remember now. It was kind of that transition between going from winter to spring. So the water was freezing, but it was still raining, and my GoPro dropped off of the clip that was on it into the water, and the water was anywhere from like 3 to 6 inches. and I had to wait around with my hand in it for like a good solid minute till my hand almost went numb. And I'm like, you know what, F it. I'm just going to come back and find it when it thaws. I took like 2 steps. I was like, no, let me go look one more time. So I used my other hand and went to go fish it out and eventually found it. And that was what kind of made me realize it's better to take time and make sure it's secured, even though I probably could have left it there and just found it when, over the next couple of days when the water went down, and the GoPro itself would have been fine. I didn't have to do that. And I don't want to have to do that. But eventually, like you said, it's going to happen. Everything is eventual. Oh, hey, what's going on, Simon? Sorry, I did not see. I'm kind of wrapping up here, just kind of prattling on. I'm going to start walking back in a minute. I did grab some snails while no one was saying anything. They were all amber snails, so I'm going to go check 2 or 3 of the places where I've seen the glass snails and see if I can grab some of them on the way back. If you guys want to come along, let me know. If not, I may just kill this because it's one less thing I have to carry on the way back. And there may not be any snails. You never know. Life is just packed and full of adventures like that. Snails are just fascinating to watch. Now, glass snails have less of the pointed shell and more like just kind of traditional round shell. Is that correct? Whereas the amber ones have more of, I don't know if a conch-like shape is, or pointed. And the glass ones seemed to be smaller. So were you also, I know you said you were moving some stuff, but were you also moving? I thought I heard in some video said you were moving, but I may have just misheard you saying kind of in the process of moving rooms. But the way I heard it in one video, to me, made it sound like you were also moving and readjusting to all of that stuff, but I didn't think that was the case. I'm gonna put my backpack on, start heading back. Ouch. Guess I shouldn't be putting my backpack while standing on this log, but worst case is I just fall and hurt myself. Thanks, wind. I appreciate the help. So I got my paintbrush and my container in my pocket if I chance upon any. And there are just so freaking many ambers out. I mean, it's incredible. I think these guys are mating. And that big guy there to the left of the leaf is just hanging out. I don't know how well you can see him. He's a big boy too. He's bigger than those other 2 on the combined. Should I grab them or should I go for glass snails? Or should I just grab a couple more ambers in this container while I'm out? What do you think? Because I have at least 4 or 5 right here. Some in the process of mating, it almost looks like. What do you think? trying, son. You're trying. Thank you, car, for completely ruining this serene scene. Blink and you miss it. This is what I was hoping the day would look like. Instead, Michigan's just teasing me. The difference in temperature right now from a few moments ago is incredible. I could almost pop my sweatshirt off. It's pretty big. Incredible. I wonder how many days this thing has enjoyed a little bit of sunshine just like this. I don't know if it's my nose playing tricks on me, but it may be bad news. I smell like a wet dog. All right, gang, we're going to kind of wrap it up. It's getting windy as we're getting out of the woods. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat, do some straightening up, and just take it easy today. I'll probably catch that stream. I'm debating doing one myself, but I don't think I'm going to. That looks really nice. View. But yeah, the kiddos are coming back tomorrow, so I want to just do last minute stuff around the house and relax. All right, Ninja, we're going to wrap it up. I will hopefully see you in that stream. I'm sure I will. Take care. Enjoy Cali. Cheers, Simon. Didn't know you were still there also. Take care.